By virtue of the authority conferred on me as Vice-Chancellor, I now constitute this Assembly a congregation of the University of Cape Town.
Please remain standing while we sing the national anthem. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to invite Sipati Shabalala, President of the SRC, to read the university dedication.
Amandla. Awethu. Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. At this time of celebration, we, the members of the University of Cape Town, reaffirm our mission to nurture rational and creative thought and free inquiry, to strive for excellence in teaching and research, to educate for life, and to address the challenges of our society. We undertake to advance these ideals in a spirit of freedom and responsibility, and through consultation and debate. To those of you who will graduate today, we wish you courage, wisdom, and purpose. To those who will leave the university to learn and work elsewhere, may you be sustained by those values which unite us here today and advance them in the world beyond. A love of truth and of learning and of this university. Thank you.
You may now be seated.
One. Vumani ngoma, vumani bo, mawetu, vumani bo, vumani. kodwa xa kutheni na sothetha inyani mandoyika Bumani bo hey 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 Bumani bo sothetha inyani kodwa xa kutheni na sothetha inyani mandoyika Bumani bo hey 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 Bumani bo sothetha inyani kodwa xa kutheni na sothetha inyani mandoyika Bumani bo hey 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 Bumani bo sothetha inyani kodwa xa kutheni na sothetha inyani mandoyika Bumani bo hey 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 Bumani bo sothetha inyani kodwa xa kutheni na sothetha inyani mandoyika Bumani ngoma Bumani bo mawethu Bumani bo
On behalf of you all, I would like to thank the South African College of Music for providing the music today. The processional march music was performed by Black Roots Marimbas, led by African music student Sky Gladler, who graduated in May. The national anthem was accompanied by organist Neil Robertson, who has been accepted to study a master's in flute performance at the University of Michigan this September. We like to think of the South African College of Music as the jewel in the crown of UCT, providing artists for the world's most famous stages. And today, Vumani was composed and performed by third-year opera students Nchumisa Garisha and Tandiswa Mopongwana, with Sinasipo Funo and Ayanda Henisi. So thank you and congratulations again. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker this afternoon, Tiko Thomas, to you. A scientist by training, he is a BSc in chemistry from the University of Cape Town, an MBA from another university that I'm not inclined to advertise today, as well as other management qualifications from Erasmus University in Rotterdam and Harvard. He began his career as a graduate marketing trainee at consumer goods company Unilever in Durban, quickly rising to management posts at SA Breweries, Unilever, Mnet, and ABSA. But perhaps his best-known role is as an entrepreneur. Together with 3 others, he bought the loss-making Joburg City Auto and turned it into a profit-making machine. He was also joint owner of the black-owned Volkswagen dealership in Johannesburg, earning himself the name Chico Dealer, which I believe is his handle on Twitter. He then joined Barlow World as Group Marketing Director for its automotive division, where he was recruited to join Nedbank in 2010. He's now head of retail and business banking at Nedbank. With his rich experience as an entrepreneur, marketing expert, and now banker, we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that kind introduction. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. let me take my spectacles out. I'm going to need them. I need them these days. I hope you like them. I bought them in Dubai. I have an optometrist who practices from the Oberoi Hotel there, where I stay regularly. Dr. Max Price, Professor Mil Soko, the teaching staff of the UCT GSB, and this administrative community at large, I'm truly, truly humbled to be on the podium this afternoon. It doesn't feel that long ago when I was walking up those stairs, kneeling in front of Dr. Stuart Saunders then, to be kept for my BSc degree all those years ago, and to come back to have this conversation with all of you here today is truly humbling for me. UCT is very close to my heart, and it's intertwined in many ways to the person I've become. Growing up in the streets of New Brighton and Port Elizabeth in the 1970s, kids of a generation that preceded mine, that looked like me, were deemed entirely unsuitable by the legislation of the time to study in an institution like UCT. My generation could study here, fortunately, and from that time, the experience of having been a student and a graduate of this campus was amongst the most enriching of my life, and I still consider myself and consider it a massive privilege to call myself a graduate of UCT. I don't often mention that other institution, funnily enough. So that might put a question mark over the quality of my MBA qualification. I'm truly thankful, therefore, to be privileged with your audience this afternoon, an audience that is the graduating class this year of arguably the leading business school on the African continent. The curricular content you receive may be argued by some to be your deemed right. Certainly, however, being able to receive said content in the environment that is nurtured by this institution has to be considered a rare privilege indeed. The people in this room, you graduates, are now on the cusp of becoming the new leadership elite of this country. And I'll talk to that shortly. But perhaps before I do, let's take a moment and reflect on South African society for a bit. In the life of any society, there are decades when very little of social consequence happens. And then there are months when it feels like decades of very consequential events unfold. Certainly, events that have unfolded in South Africa over the first few months of 2017 have certainly shown all of us how true this holds. Whether it's news of a sovereign ratings junk status downgrade, or waking up to read that the economy is officially in recession, or even opening newspapers on a Sunday morning, or checking through your Twitter feed on a daily basis and reading about yet another Gupta-centered email scandal, 2017 has certainly not been short of events that continue to ignite national outrage in our country. In very many ways, it does feel like the future looks uncertain. Certainly here in this country, but indeed in the rest of the world too. In most places where you look. The question, what now, seems to be uppermost in most people's minds, whether it's in the United States, in the aftermath of the Trump election, or in Europe, and indeed amongst Europe's major trading partners in other parts of the world. Reflecting on the true impact of Brexit on Pax Britannica, or on the impact of the Macron moment in France, on the developing mood of unfortunate narrow nationalism that is engulfing parts of Europe, or whether it is in the unfolding narrative of the tragedy of terror-centered conflict in parts of the Middle East or in other parts of the world. It feels like uncertainty at a global scale seems to be the new norm. In fact, closer to home, we are not immune to this question, what now? This is a question we continue to grapple with in the cloud of uncertainty that heads over our politico-economic outlook as a country, ahead of the ANC's elective conference in December later this year. In this, our country, therefore, Political and other events over the next few months could materially change the socio-economic trajectory of our beloved South Africa. I was reflecting on this theme of change, walking up Jamie steps coming here, fixed as I was at the spot where the infamous Cecil John Rhodes statue stood, and thinking that this is the very spot that sparked some of the fiercest student movement uprisings this country has seen in the 40 years following June 1976. And that UCT, this very university, in many ways became the birthplace and the epicenter of the fallist movement via the Rhodes Must Fall movement. And that the dynamic of change that that movement has sparked in the nature of the relationship between student and learning institution in the post-fallist era was birthed here in many respects. Dr. Price, I feel compelled to mention that as the leader of this university at the height of the Rhodes Must Fall, you must be commended for the leadership posture you took and on how you led the process of change that the university was compelled to undergo at that time. At a personal level and at a professional level, for me as a banking executive, I often find myself grappling with the social invective, not always entirely unearned, of course, that we as an industry are often at the receiving end of. A lot of the invective that is aimed at banking is influenced by the forces of change that are shaping our own industry. In the rest of the world, in particular, but certainly in this country also. This is to be expected, of course, because in this country, with our open economy, we do not have the luxury of decoupling ourselves from the process of change that the industry is undergoing in the rest of the world in the time of globalization. So certainly there is no doubt in my mind that the world, and our country specifically, is a place also grappling with uncertainty, and it is one that is undergoing a lot of transformative change. Again, the nature of this arc of change is going to be interesting to observe in the next while in our country. Now, whether this arc takes us to a place of positive change or not depends entirely on the choices we choose to make as society's leaders. And the responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, is greatest on people that share the characteristics of this graduating class. Because when you step out of this hall today, all of you automatically assume the mantle of societal leader in a country that has suffered great highs and equally in the last while, certainly in the political sphere, great lows in the caliber of leadership that we have chosen as a country to show to the rest of the world. The truth of the words to the Gloria Estefan song, "We seal our fate with the choices we make," has never rung truer than it does right now in South Africa. That truth now becomes yours as a graduating class of this esteemed school to embrace and steward going forward. To you as a graduating class of this wonderful business school, of this equally wonderful university, therefore, both amongst the business intellectual crown jewels of this country and this continent, and amongst the new leadership elite of both this country and this continent, what do these twin themes of choice and change mean? Most of you will leave Jamison today and go on to take up leadership positions, primarily in business, whether employed or those of your own. Business, of course, is not any less immune to these forces of change. How you lead in an environment characterized by unrelenting change, by fierce levels of competition, by a rising tsunami of consumer activism, rapid tides of regulation, and unstoppable innovation is going to be your biggest challenge. You will assume larger responsibilities in business and society, building on the ones you brought and that your experiences in life and business have endowed you with so far. Importantly, people who follow you will look to you as their leaders to set the tone for how you deal with change and with choice. This is a responsibility that cannot be taken for granted by yourselves. I was reminded of this last night at an event I attended celebrating the 75th birthday of our former president, Thabo Mbeki, by one of the speakers. The speaker, Mr. Sipho Maseko, who's the Chief Executive Officer of Telkom, said, and I quote, "One of the roles of a leader is to be the steward of positive change when they assume the mantle. If they cannot effect positive change, they must endeavor to at least leave the bloody place in the way they found it. But they must resist the urge to break the joint." Close quote. Right now, in our political leadership in this country, it feels that there exists an increasingly odd batch of leaders that have taken it upon themselves to negatively reinforce Mr. Maseko's sagely words. There is little to suggest that in January 2018, when we have a de facto change of leadership post the ANC elective conference, the joint can be proud to look at itself and not feel broken. This is the thrust of the responsibility you will assume as leaders. When you, as graduates of this School of Business, are tasked with the task of leading, please ensure that when you leave, the joint looks better, or at least make sure that it's not broken. This will be your singular biggest challenge as leaders. It is going to be the choice you make on how you harness the responsibility of leadership that is bestowed to you that will determine what kind of leader you choose to be. Are you going to emerge as the leaders that leave the joint the same or better, hopefully? Or are you going to emerge as a corpus of leaders that chooses to break the joint, like the ones we are seeing in our body politic today? There's a vast industry of literature on effective leadership modes in business and in public. In our own country, we continue to be inspired by fantastic role models that have set the tone of leadership within this country and beyond. What I have personally learned in my own journey as a leader is that the most powerful mode of leadership sits somewhere between the authentic self and the humble self. If to you as an individual you are able to function in both modes, you have the most wonderful head start going into your post-business school lives. With the authentic self, you cannot go wrong because you have no one else to second guess. It's a great way to lead. If you lack the latter, that is the ability to lead with a humble self, in particular, please treat it as the first personal development area when you walk out of this venerated hall. Without it, you will scar the people you lead and those you work with. South Africa has seen enough leaders in its history, indeed some might say in the present, these leaders who continue to leave a legacy of scars of many forms on us as a nation. Please, I beg you, you do not have to take a leaf from the book of these leaders, seductive as the trappings of power may make it look in situation. We are South Africans, and being South African has endowed us with resourcefulness. We are remarkably resourceful and remarkably resilient as a nation. We are a country at the bottom of a continent that the world chooses to often forget. Yet we continue to box far above our fighting weight in our ability to produce a quality of leader across the world that positively impacts humanity. Will you be that leader? John Quincy Adams, the 6th President of the United States from 1825 to 1829, once said, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, then you are a leader." Of those words, I wish two things. I wish that this quote may have reached the ears of the 45th US president almost 200 years later. But also, hopefully, I also wish that those words may inspire you to be the kind of leader our continent requires. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations on your incredibly lofty achievements once again. Society is indeed privileged to have you. I want to plead with you in closing, as the new leaders of our country and continent, to please strive to lead with the authentic self and to lead with humility. Please seek to be the leader that effects a positive change in business and society. If you cannot be that leader, please leave the place exactly as you found it. But most importantly, please resist being the leaders who cannot resist the urge to leave the joint broken. I thank you.
Thank you, Siko, for those such wise and topical words, and I really do hope, and I'm sure that that message was well received and well understood by our graduating students. Thank you for your inspirational words. I must say, when I read Siko's CV, I thought, how could a person have achieved so much? And having met him today and heard your speech, I now understand. So congratulations on what you've achieved, and thank you for the message you've shared with our students. Thank you very much. An Mbongi is a composer and an orator of poems of praise. Mbongi offer critical commentary and narrative on the state of society through their izibongo. Here to offer a poem of praise, an Mbongo, in honor of the graduates, their families and teachers, is artist and UCT music education student Neliswe Sampi Nkunyoelwe, whose stage name is Sanga. Sanga graduated as a music educational student and is now doing an honors degree. Congratulations.
Lavelilanga lapho nginyangela South Africa madoda kaloku ifikile lo mini bikathixelwa kuthi benisizwe nenhlanga sizovuya sivuyisa ewe kaloku lidudumile lasongoma laqheqheza ladlula yani imvula yanela nawe athwabizwa amagama labizwa nelakho wangutsikelo nonontsikelelo mala mpumelelo mala nawe nompumelelo hleka isikhaso namhlanje kuvele nolokugqibela kaloku le ntwana usathane idhanile kuthi manti bonke ndombhele ndityityimbe xa ndibona abazali izihlobo nezalamane ewe kaloku bezixhasa imfundo yabo sunane zonyembezi nihlambe zosipatshi yithani ithemba mqala usawuginya kaloku uvuthi umqubu kadudutyelwa ngathi ndiyabona zonyembezi zinqamleza umbombo ngoba kaloku imfundo layifuna iqhoshe engenamntu nja siyabulela ngenkxaso nothando lwenu hayi madoda esinkcubachopho nina namabhela abhonxileyo apho phuma khona amasi nobusi ewe apho zonke ezintsana zincela khona ningumthombo mpompoza ulwazi phambili ngemfundo phambili dingawenza bemathe makwedini amathe ngawetyala ephuma ugaba uwasha umuntu omlapha uthithi bumsuthu umjobi unosinga uthikoloshe halala.
Thank you, Sange, for the Mbongo, for the tribute that you have paid to our graduates. A copy of Sange's prose poem will be available for sale in the Leslie Social Sciences building after the ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, we come now to the part of the ceremony where we confer the degrees. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I admit to the degrees specified and grant the diplomas specified to the candidates who are recorded in the program as graduating in absentia. I shall now grant the diplomas and admit to the degrees the candidates who will be presented to me by the Dean.
Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the postgraduate diploma in business administration, Fabian Weber. For the postgraduate diploma in management practice, Suyema Winnie Abiata. Megan Abrahams. Rihanna Bassier. With distinction, Samantha Jade Brass. Sidwell Siabonga Butelezi. With distinction, Alford Charumbira. With distinction, Bradley Chetty. Luke Ernest Davis Ferguson. Anvar Kenneth de Koker. Nomfundo Constance Dlamini. Ricardo dos Santos. Craig Brandon Dummett. Etienne Wayne Erasmus. Andreas Seven Fry. Elias Hamid. With distinction, Ahmad Faisal Gangat. With distinction, Zachary Beck Hartwenger. Rowena Yvette Hess. With distinction, Bjorn Gerald Histerman. Kino Johnson. With distinction, Isabel Joubert. Shamig Kamali. Mukona Zotwe Etha Kalushi. Mina Vuiswa Kowela. Talika Suhasini Krupandan. Zuko Ngobe Lucrozo. Nolutando Roslyn Machola. Lisa Ann Mini. Mbali Rebecca Mkize. Avashan Mudley. Lamuel Tinash Mutsambiri. Poentle Rachel Musa. B. Busisiwe Ndlovu. Nontogozo Salomanene. Jacobus Johannes Niemand. With distinction, Paul Charles Olivier. Mohammad Shamil Ori. Erin Melissa Pina. Fawaz Rakip. Anthony Charles Riba. Yasa Sayed. Trevor Bongani CBC. Kululego Dwight Sibia. Virosh Siripal. Grenville Daniel Swigela. Portia Vessels. With distinction, Sheila Yabo. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Arastu Agawal. With distinction, Scott Patrick Alexander. Abdurazak Sid Attar. Daniel Alexander Bentink. Nellis Peter Brink Bears. Regina Cecilia Bezeden Wout. Shuba Balakrishna Bhatt. With distinction, Nishana Bogal. With distinction, Catherine Louise Bletch. Carrie Ann Booth. Vihan Alvain Kastens. Tatenda Chakonda. John Mulenga Chundu. Jelric Henricus Richard Claus. Jason Cooper. Emma Koda. With distinction, Benjamin Robin Craig. Neil Stanley Crompton. Micah Daniels. Jonathan David Davis. Liana Dubier. Max Etienne Joseph de Bolivier. Pelagi D. McMahon. With distinction, Joy Marie Devet. With distinction, Sarah Susanna Doughton. Adrian Francois Duplessis. James William Earl. With distinction, Max Christian Esman. Daniel Johan Esterieze. Wesley Fallon. With distinction, Peter John Fisher. With distinction, Warren John Gatke. Catherine Mary George. Jesse Nathaniel Green. Raymond Neville Gregg. With distinction, Daniel Martin Gamberger. Stefan Gunten. With distinction, Andrew Crampton Harmon. Robin Margaret Joy Hobson. With distinction, Zach Ryder Hodgson. Fleur Margaret Howells. Ryan Michael Hunter. Bilal Ahmed Jakura. With distinction, Heloise Janse van Rensburg. Alim Hassanali Jinnah. Kondwani Kachika. Mohammed Anik Kamedin. Jennifer Corinne Kachmak. Nicola Desiree King. Louis Kinunda. Biarugaba Emmanuel Kiremire. Peter Kraus. Christian Kriek. Tafumanei Kutsurunga. Unati Prudence Kunju. Baboni Setunya Kupe. Peter Langley. Chantel Allison Lindemann. Leslie Joanne Lombard. With distinction, Abraham Hendrik Petrus Lowe. Connor Mace. With distinction, Claudette Mackenzie. Marvin Kosinati Magagula. Shri Maharaj. With distinction, Lori Elizabeth Menthy. Andries Johannes Nicolaas Maritz. Matthew David Marianne. Lindley Mary Mai Mataya. Celeste Lee Mays. Barend Cornelius Meaton. Shilan Modi. With distinction, Savesha Moodley. Jill Chown Moss. Batabile Londi Wempofu. Edna Muleya. Tahir Mullins. Mary Immaculate Wanjiku Mwaura. With distinction, Gulamo Nabi Suleiman Nabi. Pragasen Neka. With distinction, Trisha Neka. With distinction, Nirusha Naidu. Ayanda Ndimande. Peter Johan Nivout. With distinction, Shakira Nesu. Michal Janusz Nich. With distinction, Ferdinand Westhuizen. Insu Pak. Adam Tain Parsons. Samantha Sanobia Peko. With distinction, Adinda Elizabeth Prela. Inge Prince. Lambert Petrus Prinsloo. Marie Pascal Kathleen Agnes Prosper. Ray Munyaradzi Rabanapasi. Prashin Reddy. Amanda Joy Ritchie. With distinction, Els Marie Roux. Anton Johann Runa. Matthias Sven Schutz. Moreri Sifako. Divesh Singh. Martinas Beaslaba. Nicole Lucy Snyders. Lloyd Tapiwa Stefano. Jo-Marie Swartz. Marisane Tlen Tobejane. With distinction, Vinu Lukose Thomas. With distinction, Togoze Nobuhle Chabalala. With distinction, Scott David Unwin. June Valley. With distinction, Vicky van der Westhuizen. Jennifer van Geersbergen. Wouter Jacob Wink. Adolf Jechens Bochel. Eugene Roy Webb. Samugelo Sfiso Zwane. Hulagano Banabotle. Farana Pramraj Wardrim. With distinction, Keith Hamilton Boyd. Mlungisi Wenceslas Thulasizwe Cele. Henry Chandler. Nushreen Courts. With distinction, Arnold Debencourt. With distinction, Ernest Alfred de Bruyn. I should not read, okay. Timothy James Harper. Andrew Peter Janssen. Khensane Hubert Kosa. With distinction, Willem Adriaan Lopsha. With distinction, Tobias Johannes Low. Monwabisi Albert Lukande. Imran Mahomet. Melusi Dalton Malinga. Parties were Iwat Malinga. Musa Wenkosi Truman Mbeje. Amos Mboweni. David. David Gordon McLean. With distinction, Hilton Ian Mento. Hamilton Gubesilo Mhloma. Leon Mouton. Duke Benneth Mpapele. Edmond Albert Nell. Tulane Colin Ngele. Richard Shah. Duncan Marcel Souchon. Isaac Mateta Swafo. Nora Victoria Teal. Johannes Lodevikas van die Kerk. With distinction, Yasmin Vauda. Joseph Zita. Nomvuzo Zongo. For the degree of Master of Commerce in Development Finance, Larry Harry Anderson. Nicholas Avramis. Obed Bialwa. Isaac Chipswa. Mandi Sapel Dlamini. Lovisa Ndapelewayo Hashikutuva. William Kabwe Kasase. Silimela Lali. Sehametsi Tsepo Lebua. Not here. Bongani Thomas Machaya. Sarah Vicky Marot. Fanila Kimbanjwa. George Tsegofatso Mohaladi. Khulufelo Molewa. Nambengwa Muyangwa. Hanifa Nuo. Cuthbert Tafatswa Tinavapi. Yonela Tukwayo. Timisela Zunguze. For the degree of Master of Philosophy in Inclusive Innovation, Sean Kaya Andrew. Edward Louise Coutier. Karen Hedden. Lulamile Makaula. Khuzani Mulawuti. In management practice, Ingrid Catherine Lola Haramse.
Graduations are the highlight of not just the year, but the 3-5 years that a student has spent getting to this point. and we've witnessed that achievement, that great achievement today. Let's give one more huge round of applause for our graduates for what they've done. And I know that the graduates will want to share their joy by showing their appreciation to a number of other people. And first, your members of your families who are in the audience who've come to share this celebration, who've supported you and sacrificed while you've been studying, and have given you moral and psychological support and fed you and maybe helped finance you. I think what I'd like to do is ask you to stand and make eye contact, graduates, with your loved ones in the audience, and wave that scroll above your head and shout your appreciation to them. Congratulations are certainly due to you, the families and friends and loved ones. And in addition, it takes more than just individual student work to get to this level. We need teachers, and I invite you to show your appreciation to the lecturers who are represented on the platform party who have got you to this point as well. I want to thank you. I want to thank you as well. The lecturing staff, the professors, the teachers represent the brains trust of the university. A university is only as good as its brains trust. We are a great university because we have top lecturers, top researchers, and they attract the top students, and that's what keeps us number one. And I want to say thank you all for what you've done to keep the university where it is. But it's not just the lecturers. The university has, I'll let you know, almost twice as many professional and support staff as it does academic staff. The people who, the registrar's office that have run this graduation ceremony, people who clean our classrooms, the people who feed our students in residences, the people in the faculty offices who make sure that the registrations and curricula go according to plan, keep the gardens working, and I invite you all to say thank you and show your appreciation to those staff as well. Thank you. As you graduate from the university, some of you will be graduating from, although you're all postgraduates, some will be graduating from UCT for the first time. You may have got your degrees elsewhere, and now you've capped your degrees with the premier degree that you might look to find. But if you are graduates of the University of Cape Town for the first time, then you will be joining now a special group of people, the alumni of the university, what we call the convocation. The convocation is an important group, an important structure, and plays an important role. And you are members simply by virtue of graduating. You don't have to pay for being a member. You carry that privilege and responsibility. The convocation, amongst other things, provides continuity in the governance of the university from the past through the present into the future. You, as members of the convocation, will vote and elect 6 members of the governing body, the council of the university. You elect the chancellor of the university, currently Mrs. Grassa Michelle, when the next turn comes up. You also provide us with feedback on a regular basis through LinkedIn, through the alumni websites. We want to hear from you. We want to know how we're doing. We want to know how you're doing. We can only do that. We want to send you our quarterly newsletters. We can only do that if you keep in touch with us and if you tell us when your email addresses change so that we can keep in contact with you. I hope you will be proud members of the alumni of UCT, that you will be ambassadors for us, and that you will enable us to keep in contact with you and tell you and let you know how we're doing. And when you go out and make your mark in the world as leaders, as our guest speaker suggested, you have, all of you, been through a training program that is geared to produce leaders. Leadership has many styles and comes in many shapes and forms, and you will each mark your own style of leadership. But as you go out there, you will be judged, and the university through you will be judged. And we'll be judged primarily by your values, the values that you display in your work. You will be amongst thousands of MBA or other graduates who all have good degrees. What I hope will set you apart, what will mark you as a UCT graduate, is your commitment to changing the world for the better, commitment to social justice, commitment to greater equity in the world, commitment to sustainability and the future of the planet, commitment to teamwork and to camaraderie and to helping your fellow human beings. Those are the values which we hope we have inspired in you through your degree, and that you will take out with you and will always be part of your lives. So it's time for you to celebrate. Thank you all for coming this afternoon, and congratulations once again for a huge achievement.
I should also like to add my congratulations to the graduates and their families for the success that's been demonstrated today. It's wonderful to see all these new UCT graduates. Congratulations, and we look forward to following your careers with a great deal of interest, and I'm sure with a great deal of pride. Before I ask the Vice-Chancellor to dissolve the congregation, there are just a few logistical details that I need to share with you. The academic party on the stage will leave first, and thereafter I invite the graduates to join the procession, leaving the hall and proceed right down to the University Avenue. And if we can keep the procession going until the University Avenue so that everyone can join in the procession, that would be great. And thereafter, your family and friends can join you at the bottom of the stairs, and then we invite you all to join us for refreshments in the Leslie Social Sciences building. If you go out the road, onto the road, turn, what would that be, right, follow the crowds where we can have some well-earned refreshments. Please could you stand while the congregation is dissolved by the Vice-Chancellor, and you are requested to remain standing until the academic procession has left the hall.
Now, by virtue of the authority conferred on me as Vice-Chancellor, I hereby dissolve this congregation of the University of Cape Town.